Alright guys, how's it going? It's that time again, that's right. It's time for another Today's Exclusive. Yes, there's nothing else to fucking talk about at the moment. Empire of the Cup. Exclusive. Liverpool now serious contenders to sign 33 GA, quote, cold assassin. Ooh. Talks are underway. They're talking, guys. Are you ready? I've not read it yet. Now, remember what I've always told you? It started already, right? The more adverts, the more bullshit. Seriously, I genuinely think the more credible news outlets have less adverts. All right? Well, I'm not even sure you'd call that a news outlet. It's been on the go many years, Empire of the Cup. Shite, like, but it's been on the go many years. So let me just try and close down these ads. Now, listen, I know you guys say, use an ad blocker, Chubb. The thing is, though, if I visit a news site that I don't know about, I'd look and go, oh, there's no adverts. You know, there's more likely for it to be genuine and authentic. It's not like, you know, trying to get engagement. You know what I'm saying? So, no, we're gonna battle on through the ads. Now, this article is written by Liam Togger, or Todger, whichever way you want to spell it or pronounce it. Okay, are you ready? Now, I can't read the entire article to you. You're not allowed to do that, but I'm allowed to review it, all right? So I leave out bits that maybe explain who a player is. You know, if it's a name you don't know, I'm obviously going to tell you who that player is. But if it's someone you know, or statistics or waffle, I'll leave it out, all right? But you can always go and read it yourself to see if I'm unfair, if I'm leaving stuff out to make something look silly or better or whatever, all right? So let's have a look. I've not read it. I've not read it, all right? Are you ready? I can already see one of those words that fucking makes me giggle, understood. Right, understood, understands, and all that. Right, let's go for it. Liverpool are now understood to be, quote, serious contenders. Why is it not just contenders? Why is it serious? Why is there an emphasis on serious contenders? I always think they do that because they know it's bullshit, but they want to make it sound more real. That's what I think. To sign one of the most coveted strikers in European club football this summer. All right. So they talk about the futures of Nunes and Jota, the subject of recent transfer speculation, no shortage of rumours about Alexander Isak, right? Then we go into a bold, like a sub, like heading, right? And it says here, Liverpool now serious contenders to sign Jonathan David, all right? So, according to sources, you smell that? Yeah, me too. Bullshit. Close to Empire of the Cup, Liverpool have now emerged as serious contenders to sign Jonathan David and have initiated talks with the Lille Strikers' representatives. And now apparently, Arne Slot views the Canada international as the ideal addition to refresh his squad. Rafa Benitez, as he would say, squad. For sure. To refresh his squad's attacking options and reduce the goal-scoring lines on Mo Salah. And the 25-year-old is seen as a perfect fit for the Red system with his pace, precision, and ability to thrive in transition. The centre-forward is set to become a free agent. His contract expires in June and has several other Premier League clubs eager to snap him up. United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, West Ham. Now, to pick up a striker of David's scoring prowess without paying a transfer fee would be exceptional business by Liverpool. It goes on to say that he's scored 23 goals and set up another 10 this season. Blah, blah, fucking blah. The current campaign isn't a one-off either. The 25-year-old scored almost 100 times between League One and Europe's Premier Club competition, while his record of 32 goals in 61 caps for his country isn't to be dismissed either. He could still command a substantial signing-on bonus if the Reds were to secure him on a free transfer. No shit. Although the Merseyside club should easily be able to afford him a satisfactory wage. in comparison to the £31,500 per week he's currently earning. 31.5 grand a week. I won't get out of fucking bed, would you? Liverpool probably won't sign another centre forward unless one of their current options were to leave. But with the well-informed James Spears, shut up, city cunt, what are you on about? The well-informed James Spears. Oh, man, right, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Listen, James Spears is all right. He's good for, I think, writing, like, opinion pieces or little articles that have got heat maps and all that. Like, you know, these have these little heat maps now, you know. You know that, don't you, because you're young, but, like, old people like me. We go, oh, look, there's a heat map, right? That defender runs around this area so much. I couldn't give a flying fuck about an heat map. Do you know what I mean? Just put the ball in the fucking goal. But anyway, he's good for doing stuff like that with little graphs and stuff, you know, and interviewing kids that have failed at Liverpool and former players and stuff like that. James Spears is not well informed regarding transfer matters at Liverpool. He's part of the Liverpool clique. And it's not personal. I don't have anything against James Spears. But many people think he's a bit of a knob, you know, but even they say Jurgen Klopp thought that, allegedly. But they think that he's a bit of a wind-up merchant, you know. When Liverpool fans are, like, upset, right? You know, like, oh, I'm a bit disappointed. You know, Liverpool haven't signed anyone. You know, he calls them the net spend boys. You know, when Liverpool pulls something off, he'll go on, you know, social media and say the net spend boys are quiet tonight. Who the fuck goads people's emotions? I'm not being funny. You know, there's people, you know, have interacted with me for 27 years, right, with the website and everything. Thousands and thousands and thousands of Liverpool fans, all different personalities, and some people say the most ridiculous things sometimes. But you know what? Their heart's in the right place. They love a club and they express opinions. And maybe sometimes they're in the minority, you know. Maybe sometimes they say things because they're passionate. But one thing I would never do is mock anyone. Ever. Even if I thought they were the biggest idiot ever. And I'd never think that of any Liverpool fan anyway. I wouldn't, honest. I don't think. Only the ones that run the mouth at me, but they don't get very far. Right. Anyway, the well-informed James Spears expects Nunes to depart in the summer. I don't think anyone needs to be well-informed to expect and pray that happens in the summer. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've got a message here. Right, so, and that could open the door to a potential swoop for David, particularly if the pursuit of Isak is unsuccessful. Please stop the Isak stuff. Yeah, if I was a Newcastle fan, I'd be fucking raging. There's not even the slightest suggestion or hint that player wants out. And the credible journalists concerning Newcastle United, they're not alluding to anything like that. Why do Newcastle need to sell? Fuck that. If I was Newcastle, I'd say you fucking staying here. You're going nowhere. You got a long contract. But they want you to, you know, suck all this shit up. Anyway, there definitely appears to be a glorious opportunity. A glorious opportunity. What's this? I got another message. For Liverpool to pull off an eye-catching coup for a cold assassin in the world of his ex-Canada assistant coach, Stephen Caldwell. Right, cold assassin. So we got the cold assassin in there in the last sentence. What's it say about cold assassin? A quote about him, he puts on a game face, he's a cold assassin and very clinical. I'm not sure we need an assassin. Do you know what I mean? In saying that, it's a good job Darwin Núñez wasn't a fucking assassin. I was going to say something there, but some people might get offended, so I won't bother. Anyway, that's it. That's your exclusive. What was the exclusive again? Exclusive. Liverpool now serious contenders to sign 33 GA cold assassin. Talks are underway. I don't see anywhere in that article what makes me believe, one, that talks are underway, two, that we are serious contenders. And I think the article is riddled with ridiculous suggestions. One of the biggest being that James Pearce is well informed and that you know, Alexander Isak is a genuine target for Liverpool. I think it's a load of shite, to be honest with you. And, you know, there you go. What do you think, guys? Huh? I do like looking at the exclusives. You always give me a good little chuckle. You know, there is a serious reason why I go over these with you. is because that's obviously got an ad block on it. Don't mind on my desktop. There's a serious reason that I go over the exclusives. First of all, nine out of 10, 9 times out of 10, they're ridiculous, right? So it's obviously we have shits and giggles, right? If there's a serious exclusive, and I shit you not, I do not pick anything out and go, that's going to be stupid or funny. I go on every day and I look for Liverpool exclusives. And if I find one that I feel is credible, I will sit here with you. I won't laugh. I won't poke fun at it. And I will tell you. But the reason why I bring up stuff like this is because someone will read that. And someone, maybe doesn't know about a publication or whatever. They might now think that James Pearce is well informed. And before you know it, they're telling their friends, oh, I've heard Liverpool are in talks with, and it multiplies. It multiplies. And what I try to do is explain to my viewers, my friends on here, this is where that claim's coming from. If you hear that rumour today, because I host a live stream usually at 1 o'clock in the afternoon during the week, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Busy on Mondays. And sometimes I do one in the evening. I've been taking it a bit easy recently. But people will come to my live stream and say, oh, Dunk, have you heard this? And I go, I can tell you right now where it's come from. And I can tell you as well that a lot of people, they hear the rumours and they'll go, I'm going to just jump over to Dunk's channel. I see the name in the title. Dunk will explain to me where it's come from. I'm here to find all the shit for you, but also the good stuff. It's just the way it is on the internet today that the standard of reporting and exclusives is horrendous. And there's one reason for that. Bullshit sells. And it does, guys, and that's why they do it. And, maybe this is a genuine article. Maybe they have got sources that have told them that. But when you think about it, whenever I read an exclusive or even any kind of just a transfer report, I look at it and think, well, let me rephrase it. I look at it and I'm never surprised at the names that are mentioned with us. So what I mean is it's always an obvious exclusive. Liverpool are in the market for attacking players, for example, or a Darwin Núñez replacement. So I've got an idea. I'm going to write an article, an exclusive. I'm going to find a striker that Liverpool might be interested. And guess what? Interested in. And guess what? One that's contract's going out, expiring. He'd be available on a free. FSG love a free. Exclusive. That's it. I'll be surprised when we read an exclusive that says, links us with a player and we go, what the fuck? Now, if you think back to last summer, when we signed Mamadashvili, I don't remember any exclusives in the run-up to that. Do you see my point? Nobody expected us to sign a goalkeeper. We were not talking about that. It came out of the fucking blue, and that's how I like things, to be honest with you. I prefer that. So where were all the exclusives in the run-up to that? Because it wasn't obvious that we were looking for a goalkeeper, so no one was sat bored thinking, how can I make a few quid today? Because if Liverpool had been interested in a goalkeeper, we'd have been seeing exclusives of different goalkeepers and the ones might fall into the profile, how FSG like to work. Do you see what I mean there? Yeah? There was none of that bullshit, was there, guys? Nah. So, for me, I won't pay any attention to that. But at the same time, is this player going to be under consideration? Too fucking right he is. But that's the obvious part. And I don't need to write an exclusive for cuttalk.com or my members' website there, where all the VIPs are, by the way. Shout out to my VIPs. Right? I don't need to go on there and write an exclusive stating the fucking obvious. You see what I mean? I think you get it, don't you guys? I got another comment there. Right. I'm off. I'm going to be live on here at 1 o'clock. So my watch has died today for some reason. It's not flat either. That's disappointing. 1 o'clock. Might be live at 6. Check the channel. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee, then you can hit the super thanks button. It pisses my haters off immensely. There's like a love heart under the video. Hit that. And I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's morning briefing. If you don't want to use that, or it's not available to you, there are links in the video description that also help me out. It's good to help a brother out. You know what I mean? I'm helping you, you're helping me. That's how it works around here. And I'm not going to clickbait and try and exploit you or sell you ball shaving products to try and generate revenue. Those people that can support me will. And I tell you what, it don't cost anything to thumbs up a video and leave a nice comment. All right, guys. Also remember, my morning briefing is out. I publish morning briefings every day unless I'm hungover. on youtube.com/Duncan Oldham. Right, the link is in the video description. It'll probably pop up on the screen too. Also, I have a new YouTube channel called Galazo España, which is focusing on La Liga news and news in Spain. And of course, there is United TV, MEH United TV. If you want to support me, right, please subscribe to those additional channels. It puts a smile on my chubby cheeks, and I am very grateful. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll do my live stream, and then I'll be back with you this afternoon with something else to talk about, hopefully. And hopefully it'll be a little bit more credible or interesting.